Hi everybody, this is Diane. I'm just going to do a little bit of playing around with some of these digital images today, just to add to my stash of pre-made journal cards and whatnot, because they're not going to go with the project that I'm working on right now. But it's Christmas afternoon, my parents just left, and I just want to play around a little bit before I sit down and just read or something. Just have some quiet time. But let me show you from the last video. Can you see how crackled that is now? All I had to do was wait and be patient, and it crackled. And then I added the brown vintage photo paint over it, and it went into the cracks. And I rubbed it off with baby wipe after I rubbed it over the top of it. So I think that turned out pretty neat. And here's the other one. This one doesn't have quite the amount of crackle, but it is there. I don't know if you can see it. And then I painted and crackled the back too, just so the backs would match the front. And it's like there's crackles in patches, but not all of it. But I like the rustic look. So I just wanted to show that to you, that I did get some crackle. So now what I want to do is use some of these images of these vintage photos. I'd gotten these from Lorna Taylor, and her shop is Taylor Made Designs, and Taylor Made Journals, Taylor. But I don't think she has these in the shop anymore. She had sent these to me back in May as a thank you for, I did something with some of her ephemera or her digitals and sent people to her shop, and apparently a lot of you went. She wanted to send me a thank you, and this is what I chose. So I don't know how many pages. I'm thinking there's like 22 pages of these, but I didn't print them all. And you get 8. They vary a little bit in size, but they're basically like an ATC size. So whatever size that would be. You get 8, and then you get 2 pages of them, and then the next one would be one with 15 images. They're the same images but smaller. So that's fun that you have 2 different sizes to play with. So I did cut some of them out. I think this kit was called Vintage Women, although there are children and men in this also. It's really a really fun kit. Look at that gentleman there. And that one. And then there's a pretty lady and a little boy. So you get quite a variety here. So I thought I would finally print some of these out, because I got them back in May, and start doing something with them. And I'll just set them aside for when I have a journal appropriate for them. So I have next to me on my right, maybe I should zoom in a little bit, just some pieces of lace, scraps of fabric, little bits, some chenille and yo-yos and things like that, and I have my binder of flowers. So I think first I'll go through here and pull out some flowers that I might use. This little rose is pretty, and I have a couple of them. Let's try this rose. You could even do some butterflies. And these are, did I say these are printables? So I can always print and cut more. I've got the Tim Holtz ones here. Let's try to find something other than pink. Maybe even a black and white. Okay, just a couple more and then we're going to get to work. Oh, I like this one. Those are big. Let's try that smaller one. Okay, I think we've got enough to start with anyway. So I'm going to just take this lady and find a flower that I like with her. I like that. And look at that beautiful lace. I don't want to lose all that embroidery up here. I think I'll make it a little shorter though. Just looking for a tiny little piece of lace. Well, I have this and I can just cut one off. I don't know if I need to add anything else, but I'm going to look. Looking for a strip. This little box, it's a glove box. It's a vintage glove box. And I put in it strips of lace and things that are no longer than the length of this box. They're just too short to wrap around a spool or a card. Maybe this little piece of ribbon. Let's try it and see. If we don't like it, we won't use it. I think it looks better without the ribbon. So I'm just going to sew around the entire card for a decorative look and sew these bits on while I'm at it. Okay, so what would you do with something like this? I'm going to sew across the bottom here too, just catching a little more of that and the rose. Well, I was thinking of a journaling card, but I would not want to tuck this into a pocket because of this. But you could paper clip it to the edge of a page or tuck it into a side tuck pocket or tuck spot like that, side pocket. You could just use it as a tuck spot itself, just glue it to a page and then tuck something plainer inside. So let's do a few more. She looks very boho. I'd have to look for some boho trims for her. Oops, get your foot off the pedal. I don't know, maybe a butterfly for this one. A little piece of chenille. Did you all have a nice Christmas? My parents came for dinner and I had invited my niece that lives really near me. Didn't know if she would come, and her boyfriend, but they came. For a little while, they had to make the rounds. Different people, her dad, and her boyfriend's family and stuff, but she came because she wanted to see her grandparents on Christmas, so she came and had lunch with us. That was nice. We did our musical carol sing, Christmas Eve carol sing last night at church. We had instrumentalists, 2 flutes, the organ, the clavinova, and I was on the piano. An acoustic guitar and a bass guitar, which, you know, my church isn't really into the guitar thing, but and the violin. My pastor's wife plays, she's like a professional musician. She plays beautiful piano. She plays gorgeous violin. Her family does music. They do CDs and they travel. So there's another one. This would probably also be either clipped on or a tuck spot. Maybe I'll trim that just a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. So we've got 2. This is fun. So anyway, we did Christmas carols, and the congregation sang along while we made the music. So for some songs, the violin didn't play, or the flutes didn't play, or whatever. There were select instruments for each song, but some of the songs we all played. And it was an enjoyable thing to be a part of. I'll put that down in the corner there. Yeah, I think this would be cute on a page, just sewn onto the page as a tuck spot. I could get addicted to doing these. Seems kind of dark over here. I'm going to turn on the light that's across the room over my other table. Maybe that'll help. Did that help? Oh, somebody's texting me. All right, this one has a lot more room around her. I don't want a fussy cut right now. If I put something at the top, then it could actually be a card that goes in a pocket. Maybe that's a little too big. Just taking my sweater off. I get so warm in this craft room. Maybe when my brain gets to working, it just warms me up. I don't know. Let's just move on to a different picture. I keep picking up and putting down. Gotta put that back there with a little lace on top. Oh, that's the fabric bin. It's got lace thrown in there. It fooled me. Oh, I should probably just stop digging for scraps and pull out my spools of ribbon and just cut some. That one looks pretty. Lace, I mean, not ribbon. I think I'm just going to glue that on though, because it is hard to sew it. It breaks my needles. Just going to grab my glue. Let's just do a couple more and then I'll go relax. I have a big day at work tomorrow. We have to take down all the Christmas stuff. It's going to be a big mess. And put up all the Valentine stuff. Those are not fun days. I always hurt so much when I come home from doing a changeover. Let's do that one. My body just aches. No, that's not the right look. We'll go with that. I'm just going to sew right here. So I'm pretty sure this will be another tuck spot. Now I want to try a larger flower and put it behind the picture. Something like this, or this. Okay. Just looking at my lace. So this can be tucked into a pocket, and this would be like a little pull tab for it. And I think for this one, I'm going to do straight stitch and do messy stitching. Oops, I don't want to turn it yet. Whoops. I meant to go backwards, and instead I changed the stitch. The rose is getting caught down there. It's a good thing I'm doing messy stitching. So I have tons of these printable flowers and tons of these photos. So it's nice to be able to use some of them up together. So I think this will be a Stashistry video. I'm using stashes of my digital flowers and digital ladies. Okay, how many have we done? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's been half an hour. So you get the idea. I think I'll spend some time this evening cutting out some more of these ladies, and maybe make some more of these. Not tonight. I'll cut out tonight, but I won't put them together tonight. So I hope you like this idea. I thought it was fun. and I like the way they look. And these will be very nice in some vintage lady journals. Thank you for watching, and I will be back again. Maybe the next one will be in my French farmhouse journal. I don't think I'm going to be making a lot of ephemera for that journal because there's so many pieces that come with it. And I haven't really examined them enough to know if I want to make things, actually just make things with the pieces that come with that, or just, I don't know yet. So I might just do some things like this, embellishment type of things, while I am working on the French farmhouse journal. And then I can show you that journal when it's complete. But in the meantime, we'll have these other things that you can see that don't go with that journal. I think I'm just rambling now, so I'm going to go. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.